Okay, we live. Hey, hey, good afternoon, good afternoon. How's everyone doing? I think let's just wait for a few more people to join in. Candace, Zukile, how are you guys doing?
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. All is well, Leroy. How are you?
No, I'm healthy and well, well and happy.
That's good. Zukile, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Candice and Leroy.
Yes, thanks for joining us again. We're very excited to have you back with us today and looking forward to today's session as we share the good news with everyone.
Wonderful. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. No, we're excited about tonight's session. I'm just checking on my phone here. I just want to see who we have online. Can you see on your side, Candace?
Okay, yes, I'm just still busy just checking that. So just give me a moment. I just want to get the watch party going on this side as well.
Yeah, I also want to start a watch party from my side.
Zukile, so tell us, how are you doing?
Very well, very well, very well. Thanks. In Pretoria, it's a nice sunny day. But gee, can you imagine a sun in winter? So it's not that warm, but yeah. What else can we do? We cannot wish for anything better. Other places are very, very cold at this point in time. As long as the sun, there's lots of hope.
For sure, I definitely agree with that. And at least now, over the last 2 days or so, we've also been getting some sun in Johannesburg. So yeah, no, that's definitely a positive, hey?
Indeed, that's most wonderful.
And Zukile, tell us, what have you been focusing on lately during this lockdown? What you've been busy with?
It's been one webinar after another. Lots of people want to know more about what to do with their money, how to invest, where to invest, and all that. It's good that people are really talking about what they should be doing in this period because they realize and recognize that there's a new normal now. For about 2 years, most probably we will not be able to interact freely, and therefore we've got to find better ways of interacting. Well, the Zoom type of sessions have become the better. That's what we know at this point in time. Who knows? There may be something better, but those old meetings coming together in large numbers and all that, I think we may well have to do without those for a period, maybe 18 months or so.
Yeah, but what I found this is working well, the Zoom. I had a webinar last night. I was doing a presentation to there was about 280 people registered, 100 showed up. It was about an hour and a half, and it worked well, It worked well. It was interactive. So it seems like these group events and conference centers will struggle going forward.
In fact, they work. They really work. And if you think as well, what you are saving on on the travel time from your place to that place. Within Johannesburg, it may easily take you an hour. You have to park your car. So the cost of parking, you know, so it's the time as well as the money and all that. It's a great saving. I like it. I love it. There's nothing that I've not been able to do. The challenge has been some people who are unable to use this technology. And I found that if you are patient with them, as long as they have a phone, you then instruct them on the phone that go to your Google or to your browser, download Zoom there, then register, put in your name and all that. And in that process, wow, the people say, wow, I'm on Zoom now. You know, and you send them the link. It works. All that it needs is just that we must be patient. More often than not, the people who always know tend to be very impatient with now.
Yeah. No, I'm one of those that's very slow with this. So I'm one of those where you have to go on, press this. Yeah, but I think I'm good now, eh, Candace?
And he's supposed to be a millennial, hey, Zukile? And this millennial is struggling with the technology. So I think we need to sort him out.
But it's difficult when you are out there still type of person.
You know, what we have learned before becomes very, very powerful. It conditions us how we should behave, what we should do, and how we should be thinking. So I do empathize with Leroy, though thanks God I'm not a millennial, but I love millennials. I love them.
No, that's good. So I think let's just acknowledge a few people. So I can see from my side, thank you. We can see you, Sadiq. I hope I'm saying your name right. So that's Sadiq. I also see that Sheldon Fasagi and Leigh Lincoln Sampson has also joined us. And I can see some other people are also coming online. So thank you everyone for joining us once again. We're really excited to have you with us.
Yeah.
Yes, on your side?
Lowell and Delano. Delano, how are you? Long time no see. Good for joining us. Guys, type in the comment section where you logging in from. Just so we can see where you're logging in from, where in the country. And welcome here to Get Property Wise with Property Pick.
Awesome. And Clinton has also joined us. So thanks for joining us, Clinton. Good to see you as well. Great stuff. So I think, Leroy, let's just get straight into it.
Okay, good stuff. So welcome, guys. Yeah, we've got Zukile Vokwana with us today. We're very honored, a serial entrepreneur, property investor, and a rich dad student. So Zukile has been playing the cash flow game for 20 years, and he attributes a lot of his success to playing that game. So welcome, Zukile. And
thank you.
I think before we start with Zukile, let me just give you for some of you that don't know what Property Pick is and what we do is Property Pick is an online property platform, right? That connects investors to property investment opportunities. Buy to lets, multi-lets, vacant land. I've just loaded 70 townhouses on in Boksburg, border of Boksburg and Germiston. 3-4 commercial buildings in Van der Bijl Park, Germiston. Where was the other one now? So Property Pick wants to connect you to these investment opportunities. We also have Power Team members who you can connect with on our platform. We've got spreadsheets, we've got legal documents, templates for legal documents. So that's what Property Pick does, your one-stop property shop. So check out the website, guys, on www.propertypick.co.za. All right. So I think let's get started. So Zukile, we've got exciting news. We had Zukile on, was it 2 weeks ago, Candace? Zukile, or 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, so it's about 3 weeks ago we had Zukile on.
Okay.
And so Leroy, we just have some more people. Some of our regulars are on again. I think let's just acknowledge them quickly. So thank you, Stevens. Thanks for joining us. Jabulile, I see you. Awesome. Thanks for joining us again. And Chanel is also with us. So quite a few of you have joined us. Remember, if you've got any questions or comments, do put them in the chat box first. And then at the end of our chat, we'll definitely address those questions and those comments. So just remember, so as we go through the chat today, you're welcome to put all your comments in there and we'll get back to you later. Awesome.
Okay, awesome, man. So I think, guys, what we want to chat about today, we want to chat with Zukile. So he was on 3 weeks ago and we had a good response. And guys says, listen, when are you getting him back? So Zukile, there were a lot of questions that we had to answer when you were off. So people had a lot of questions for you. So as Candace says, guys, ask the questions. All right, we've got Zukile here. So Zukile, what I want you to do is, for those of you, there's a few new people on here today. Maybe just a short intro of who you are, what you do, and then maybe go into how the Robert Kiyosaki, how you got started in the cash flow game, the Robert Kiyosaki cash flow game, and how that has helped you with business and investing. And
okay, no, thank you very much. for that. I am like everyone else. There is nothing special about me. I was not born with any privileges, just like a typical South African. And I even went to work just like everyone else, having gone to school. And thereafter, while working, there was just not happening. I was really hopeful of money. And when I just realized that some of my money would even disappear before it even gets to me. When I look at my pay slip, I'll just find my taxes, money has been taken away to pay tax and many others. I would not even see that money. And for me, that's just a wow, I knew this would happen, but when it really does happen, and now I was on the lookout that there must be some alternatives to that, legally so. That's when Robert Kiyosaki came onto the scene. And listening to him, he was really quite thought-provoking at that point in time. Very unpopular with people, but he was quite steadfast. One of those things was saying, the house that you live in is not an asset. It is a liability because you take out money from you all the time. What you have been taught at school all along, that the property that you live in is an asset, it's a blue lie. And when I interrogated this quite closely, I found it to be exactly like that. Therefore, the language that we use, the expression that we use, we must be very, very careful. Many of us tend to repeat them as we heard them without interrogating exactly what it means. Because indeed, that property, it is an asset. The only thing that is not an asset to you is an asset to the person whom you are paying regularly. And in this case would be the bank. You are paying it to the bank. If you look at the financial statement, at the asset column of the bank in the balance sheet, it's there in the bank. It's an asset. To you, it's not an asset, it's a liability. That's when I just saw now the prudence of really making use of financial statements, because before I would just confine the financial statements as well as the balance sheet. I would confine them to companies and never really using them in my personal capacity. From then onwards, I started interrogating that, and I've never looked back. I've always used an income statement, and Robert Kiyosaki simplifies it much more. That is why I love the cash flow game so much, because it simplifies, demystifies it, make it very practical and simple how you use the income statement as the balance sheet, as well as the relationship of the two.
Okay, awesome stuff. So Zukile, tell us about property and how long you've been investing in property. And just tell us maybe what type of property you invest in. And then maybe after that, tell them why they should join us tonight at 6 o'clock. So guys, if you have any questions, ask the questions regarding the game or for Zukile.
Okay then. Thank you very much. I will appreciate if you can start writing on the chat line the questions so that you can relay them to me. I started investing in property when I bought my first place of abode where I stayed, which was Hillbrow. I had just gotten married then. It was just a place where to stay. And when I put in so much effort to comparing it with other properties as well, gee, it was a lot of work, but I've enjoyed it. Why should I do this only once and never again? He said, no, I'm going to do it. Once again, it's that time that I became aware of Robert Kiyosaki, and he was talking of property. And I just felt that, gee, I'm not going to leave this one here. And especially what was most attractive to me, it's the passive income concept. The passive income, the money that I don't wake up in the morning to work for, but it's that money, irrespective whether I'm sleeping, wherever I am, it just lands into my account without fail every month. I felt that, gee, I want to work smart. I like this concept. And this is what happens in the cash flow game. It really teaches you exactly. This is why I would encourage everybody, please put everything that you do, put it aside just for about 2 hours. We will take you through this. I think it's 6 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, but Leroy will confirm those. In those 2 hours up to 8 o'clock, we will definitely take you through your paces properly, just to see how you integrate the 4 investment categories. There are 4. One, it's businesses. Second, it's properties, not in that order though. And then the third one being commodities, and the fourth one being the stock market. Are you there, guys? You have just
Yes, we can hear you.
for a while. Okay, yeah. So it's those 4 asset categories. Yeah, unlike other games like Monopoly, because Monopoly would be dealing with property only. But here, all those 4 get integrated. How you can combine them so that they can give you real power. And you'll also be seeing the one area that we don't make use of in South Africa, only the rich make use of it, and that's the stock market. And yet the stock market is not supposed to be for the rich only, it's supposed to be for ordinary people. So we'll just give you some basic education about how it works, how you can combine it, taking from the salary that you earn on a monthly basis, how you can play in the stock market. But please do not do that without getting the education. You have got to get the education. And then out of that, how you can take the proceeds and put it into property. That's where the leverage happens. We will demonstrate to you how, by just paying a deposit, which is called a down payment in this case, the power that it gives you, because you are not even using your money, you are using the bank's money. How using the bank's money can really get you to places. And when you are confident how the business as a whole, you'll be able to do that. But let me warn you as well, I will not be explaining everything there. There's an area that is a preserve for people like property pick, because it takes a long time. Like the actual calculations. How do you calculate how much passive income you'll be getting? That both Leroy and Candice will be able to explain to you. They'll give their time. They are experts at that. In fact, I may well make them my consultants as well. I'll have to consult with them on an ongoing basis. But when you do that, when you play that game, you really find that all those transactions that I'm talking about, they come to you like second nature. You'll be able to make a decision of whether to buy or not within a minute. In a minute, you know whether it's a good or buy. And it's by coming to this game and playing it regularly, and then talking to Candice and Leroy on an ongoing basis, that you will be an expert in this. Everybody was born to be an expert at this. It's not for the privileged. It's for everybody who who is prepared to put in the necessary time.
Awesome. Zukile, yes, thanks so much for sharing with the audience. And just to share with everyone, so Leroy and I had the opportunity to play the game a few times with Zukile. We've also played it on our own. And I promise you, it's such an awesome experience. In fact, he and I were saying that Zukile has also become one of our investing coaches, because as you're playing the game with him, you know, he shares a lot of his insights, a lot of his learnings, his experiences just come out. And that's really where the learnings come as well. So as much as he's an expert at playing the game, you know, there's also a lot of insights that he shares with us. And I really think that's where the value is going to be for a lot of you. So for those of you who haven't started investing, even if you have started investing, as he mentioned, we will become a lot more savvy and knowledgeable across the different asset categories. And I think that's so important. It's definitely opened my eyes as well, in terms of considering a lot of the other areas as well. So I promise you, it's going to be amazing. He's made himself available. So we're going to be doing it tonight, 6 to 8 o'clock. And we want to do this on a weekly basis or bi-monthly basis. So we'll see what the response is like today, but it's definitely something that we want to do on an ongoing basis. And the awesome thing about Zukile is that he's just passionate about helping, you know, other entrepreneurs and property investors move their financial goals forward. Because as he said, you know, there's not really a lot of difference in terms of who he is and who we are today. So everyone can get started and everyone can start moving their goals forward. But I really think it comes from getting a lot of the knowledge and the insights that can help you to make better decisions as you move forward. So join us today at 6 o'clock tonight. If you haven't sent us your email address, send us your email address on info@propertypick.co.za. You can also leave it in the chat box today. So leave it there, and then we'd be able to send you the webinar invite. It is free, so you don't have to pay anything for it. Just make yourself available. So as I said, just put in your email address in the chat box, or you can email us on info@propertypick.co.za. If I can ask you please to get all of that information to us by 4 p.m. latest today. After 4 p.m., I won't be able to take any more people for the evening. So make sure that you get it to us ASAP so that we can get you onto that webinar tonight. And of course, we'll get some more learnings from Zukile as we join him tonight. Awesome.
Okay, awesome, guys.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. But then a very quick one. Leroy and Candice, I'll be talking to you at 2 o'clock, because you guys, I want to push your business much more onto the international spotlight. You're already international, but you can do more with international business.
Woo, we're
I'll be
excited.
talking to you at 2.
As you see why you should be on at 6 o'clock, right? We've met Zukile, now he's pushing our business internationally. So
Awesome.
that's why you need to be on playing this game at 6 o'clock, right?
And also, Leroy, the other thing you mentioned to me the other day, and I think it's important for the people to know, is that even though we are connecting online, it becomes a great networking opportunity. Mm-hmm. You know, you start networking with like-minded people. And, you know, I think it's important for us to make sure that we surround ourselves with people who are more successful than us, because that's one of the quickest ways for us to grow and expand. So one of the reasons why we want to make sure we stay very close to Zukile, because it's also one of the ways for us to learn and to grow and also to expand ourselves. Why? Because we are learning from him, and you know, and the same for yourselves as well. As you're going to be joining us, it's an opportunity to network with like-minded people, and it's important to expand your network. So let's get connected this evening.
Okay, so send us your details.
Networking is most important. This is a team sport. The business of being in property, of being in business, of being in the stock market and commodities is not for individuals. It's for really teams. Therefore, networking with other people, you will go much, much, much further. But if you are alone, you will go a step or two and you will falter.
Yes.
So come on, we need more people.
Awesome. So we've already gotten some responses, Leroy. I don't know if you can see it from your side.
I'm on my watch party. I don't have, I just see Pastor Wayne, Earl, Hauser, Delgernan, Mario, Grant, Iris, Harp, how are you? From the UK, Lukavisha, Roshan. Welcome, guys. Join us tonight, guys. All of you that are on here, join us tonight. Send us an email. Send us your details in the comments. If you have a question for Zukile now, please. We've only got a few minutes left.
Okay, so I think whilst people are just getting their questions ready, Zukile, so just 2 more minutes or 5 more minutes, and then we'll be concluded with today. But I think just whilst people are getting their questions ready, so just for those of you who haven't checked out our website yet, check it out on www.propertypick.co.za. As Leroy mentioned in the beginning of the chat, it is an online investment property platform. So we are not like your typical property platforms that are out there. We are an investment property platform. So for those of you who are looking for investment type deals, log onto our website, subscribe, become an investor. Also, if you need to sell quickly for whatever reason, whether you are, in a situation where you maybe just want to downscale, or maybe you want to relocate or immigrate, whatever your situation is today, maybe you might be a little bit in a financial situation and you need to sell this property, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what condition your property is in, list it with us. And in fact, just to share with you also, we are going to be having some additional packages that will be coming in that will really just add more value to you, the subscriber. So stay connected to our website, stay connected to our social media platforms, and let us help you through Property Pick also be able to move your property and your financial goals forward. So it just becomes another platform for you to tap into. As Leroy mentioned, today alone, we loaded over 70 townhouses. So go and check it out. Also, 4 additional buildings have been loaded. We understand everyone's at a different investment level, so go and check it out. And for those of you who are subscribers, well done. And remember, go and check out those new deals that have been loaded today.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I think, Roy, that covers everyone. I see some people have sent some of their email addresses already. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for giving us your email addresses. We see that, so we will make sure that we add you to our distribution list for the webinar today. Thank you, Jabilile, for those positive comments, agreeing with us. It's important to surround yourself with like-minded people. So we see those comments. I don't see any questions from my side. Leroy, can you see questions?
On my side, there's nothing. So I think yeah, we've.
Okay, then we will handle all the questions then this evening. Maybe there will be some.
Yes, awesome. Thank you for your time, Zukile. We appreciate it. And then we'll connect with you later today.
Yeah, we'll chat at 2 then. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Bye. Cheers, guys.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you.
Bye.
Great. Thanks. So, bye.